Hello, loves. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful that you clicked on this video and you are joining me today for today's video, how to know if you are living in your masculine energy and as a result, living in a wounded feminine. This is such an exciting video because I've been hearing this topic come up so much, especially the last couple of weeks of having been traveling. And this just kept, like I said, coming up in conversation, people and incredible women sharing about how they are so heavily in their masculine and how they're so desperately and desiring to reconnect with that feminine side of themselves. And so I thought that that would be the perfect video to share with you here today. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Scroll down below to check out the 3 free gifts that I've got for you so that you can really start to implement this work, as well as some really accessible ways that we can work together one-on-one. And you can join the waitlist for my upcoming course, Rest for Success. Literally, if you are in your masculine energy, this is going to be the key to not just healing the wounded feminine, but also finding your balance between the masculine and feminine energies. I'm going to link the video right here to my masculine feminine overview if this topic is new to you, because it's not about, male versus female. It's about this energy that exists with all of us, within all of us. And it really drives the way that we show up in the world and connects you to being authentically yourself, which is how you live out your purpose. Okay. Let's dive into today's video. How to know if you are living in your masculine energy. So I am going to do a quick rundown of a few examples of what that might mean to live in your masculine energy. The first thing is that we love the structure. The thing, especially as women, is that we have been fighting to be equal. Right? We have been fighting to be seen as equal in the workplace, to be seen as equal in terms of respect and accomplishments and achievements. And so the way that we have been conditioned to do this, and there's nothing inherently wrong with this, we just want to make sure that it's happening authentically, which a lot of times it means disregarding the feminine. So it is not, and I'll get to that in a minute. But the process of being equal and stepping into that power and gaining that respect has meant rejecting the feminine. It has meant taking on this cloak of masculinity that doesn't necessarily fit us quite right. Okay. And this does not need to be true for everyone because everyone has their own balance between this masculine and feminine. However, this is the general gist of it because as women, we do tend to have a little bit more of that feminine energy and there's power to that. And we're going to talk about that in a minute as well. So when you are really in this masculine energy, especially when you are showing up in the workplace, in your profession, in your career, in your business, we kind of take on this cloak of, okay, I'm here to get shit done. We are structured, we are accomplished focused, we are looking at the achievements of how can I get as much done as possible. We're looking at the output in order to, have this thing to show for myself, in order to prove that it's going well, in order to, make a lot of money. And all of those physical, tangible goals are really, really important. But we're so much in this energy of go, go, go. You're in this structure of, I need to have this perfect structure. You're in the mindset of needing to have the perfect structure in order for this to work. And it's important to note that when you're in your masculine, you're really relying on this external physical world. Are the numbers working? Is the output big enough? Does the structure, keep me in line every single day? Am I waking up at, 5 a.m. and I'm getting all this stuff done and I'm doing my morning routine and I'm going through the motions? And the one thing that I really want you to consider, not just like, oh yeah, this is all me. Everything you're explaining is me. Check, check, check. It's like type A is our masculine. Okay. And there's nothing, again, inherently wrong with that. And that is me. That is literally me. I spent so many years living in my masculine, only in my masculine, and I still tap into that energy because it is incredibly important in me taking action and in me executing a plan. But that's not where I get my power from. That's not where I get my energy from. It's not how I tap into doing less. That all exists within the feminine. So those can be like general big examples, but the big thing that I want you to think about is that how do you feel when you're in your masculine? That's really the main difference between masculine and feminine. And to identify if you are in your masculine, how are you feeling as you move through your day? Are you seeing your to-do list as a chore? Are you looking at all the things that you just need to check off? Are you present in things like your morning routine, that should be enjoyable, that should be there for rest? Or are you, again, just like, okay, I'm getting up, I'm meditating, I'm journaling, I'm working out, I'm getting ready, and you're just kind of like boom, 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 checking things off the list, dominoes falling, right? Same thing as you move through your day, all the things that are on your to-do list, same thing as you move through your evening. Do you go to bed at night, one, thinking about all the things that you need to do tomorrow, but two, also kind of looking back on your day and being like, wow, that just like maybe not flew by in the sense that it was easy, but like I just went through the motions. Like, what even happened? It's like when you're driving somewhere in the car and all of a sudden you're there and you're like, I wasn't even present as I was moving through it. And that's really the thing that I want you to think about, with the difference between, are you really heavily in your masculine? Are you really focusing on the external, on the accomplishments, on the achievements, on the praise, on the validation? Again, nothing inherently wrong with those things, but how are you showing up when you're moving through them? Because that's going to be you and your masculine. That's going to be you feeling, I need to take action in order to create results. Yes, but there's something that comes before that. And that is being in the feminine, leading with your intuition and knowing, do I actually need to take this action? Or is it coming from a place of fear, lack, scarcity, that I'm not doing enough? Does that difference make sense? Let me know in the comments below, because this is really, really crucial. And it can be a little bit complicated if we're not connected to our bodies. Again, a theme of masculine, of being in our masculine energy, is not being connected to our bodies. And so if that's where you're at, it might be hard for you to really identify, yeah, how do I feel as I move through my day? So take this as an experiment for this week. As you move through every single day, see how it feels, see where you're at. A few other things that I want to just touch on really briefly about the wounded feminine. And I think I need to do its own video on this, because this is a bigger topic, a very, very big topic. When you are heavily in your masculine, it means that you're rejecting the feminine, especially when we've been taught that we have to put on this cloak in order to be accepted in this space, right? So that can mean that you are acting in certain ways that reject the feminine even more, okay? And I'm going to give you just a few quick examples to think about if this is you, okay? Number one is you like to control. You like to control situations. You like to control people. You want to make sure that you have a say in the outcome, because that's what makes you feel safe. If that felt triggering to you, me saying that, let that be okay. Again, I want you to know that this is a safe space, and that this is something that I and every single one of my clients has also experienced. You are so not alone. The second thing is you experience fear and anxiety that underlies the decisions that you're making. It's always this feeling again of, am I doing enough? Will they accept this? Will this work? This feeling of, I need to make sure that I'm doing everything right. This perfectionism might be coming through for you in order to get the results that I want. And you're making fear-based decisions as opposed to aligned, intuitive-based decisions, okay? And the last thing that I want to say here, the last little example is, one, you have a hard time setting boundaries, again, because we're wanting to say yes, and that ties to seeking for approval, love, acceptance, recognition for the things that we're doing. You're flip-flopping between doing things for yourself, and maybe you're not even in that place where you're consciously doing that, / you're doing things for other people, for the approval, for the recognition, for the validation. And again, there is nothing wrong with noticing that you're in this place, because noticing it is giving you that awareness of it. The feminine is wounded. She wants to be brought back into your life, but we need to really be acknowledging and be open to seeing these patterns play out in our lives. When we're in the wounded feminine, that's when we're so heavily in the masculine and we push ourselves into this place of overworking. And that creates a cycle of hustle mentality and burnout, our own burnout cycle, where you're working really hard and then you burn out and then you pull back and you're okay. And then you're doing it again. You're working really hard and you burn out and you pull back. This is a cycle. This is a pattern. And it comes from being too much in your masculine. And it comes from then the rejection of the feminine and being in the wounded feminine. So like I said, if you want more information on this, I think I need to make a whole video on its own on the wounded feminine, because it is so crucial. But this is really the narratives and the shifting that we're doing in the Rest for Success course. So if you're feeling like you are in that masculine very, very heavily and you're ready to move into the feminine and heal that wounded feminine, this course is for you. Make sure you scroll down, put your name on that wait list, and you'll be getting more information on all of that soon. Okay, I am so happy that you joined me here today. Leave your comments in the comment section below, like this video, share this video, and I will see you next time.